With no question, Cajon Pass was indeed infamous for its fatal incidents. One wreck in 1978 wrecked a month-old SD-40-2, a GP-50, a GP-60, and a very rare General Electric U-36C. Flash flooded was reported near the area of the Inglewood district where culvert drains were not installed under the ties at the time of the collision. Water flowing at over 30 miles per hour proved to be fatal for one of the trains assaulting the mountain that night. 2 crewmen heading home for dinner did not come home. Their 2 units, a U-36C and an SD-40-2, a U-boat, a number of them built in '65, were demolished and telescoped after the culvert had collapsed, vacuuming the U-boat and telescoping its body into the frame, killing the brakeman and engineer. The engineer of the GP-50 was also killed, and the brakeman was rushed to intensive care with scornful injuries, but later died on the operating table. His body was bagged and cremated. The National Weather Service at the time warned of flash flooding in the Inglewood section of California. Cajon Pass and Bernardino counties were also included. Auto parts, cushion boxcars, and high-cube boxcars were sheared from its frames, causing more scornful trauma to the crash site. The NTSB confirmed that weakened bridge pilings due to earlier flash flooding was the cause of the collision. Also confirmed was a kinked air hose that cut off circulation to the braking power of the locomotives between the 12 and 15 cars of the manifest. All 4 units were scrapped on site and melted down. Back in the 70s, ATSF settled the case to include drainage ditches and culverts to prevent water moisture from trapping in the rails. Millions of dollars in damages were also settled in federal court. The families of the deceased 47 years later are still traumatized by the incident, and even still traumatized 47 years later. The crews at the time were inconsistent, but they've upgraded the regulations, and the families are still dealing with the losses that should never happen when cataclysm occurs on Cajon Pass. Randall Pinkston, CBS News, San Bernardino.